Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peel back the curtain on company secrets with a healthy dose of skepticism. Today we are looking at BioXcel Therapeutics, Incorporated, and let me tell you this filing has some spicy updates about employee bonuses right after a big regulatory submission. Stick around to see who is getting paid and why. Before we dive in, if you are all about decoding these corporate documents with me, smash that subscribe button. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where we break down these filings even further. So what we have here is a Form 8K, which is basically a report filed when something significant happens at a company that the public needs to know about pretty quickly. Think of it as a flashing red light saying, hey, something important just went down. This report comes from BioXcel Therapeutics Incorporated. They are a company focused on developing new medicines and treatments. And this filing is with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, which is the big boss that makes sure companies are playing fair and telling investors the truth. The main event here happened on the 4th of February 2026. This section is all about changes in the company's leadership and pay packages, and boy oh boy did they make some pay changes. So what is the big deal? The company has just submitted a new drug application to the FDA for a treatment for agitation related to bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. This is a big deal because if approved, it could mean a lot more revenue for them. And right on the heels of this submission, they decided to give out some pretty hefty bonuses to their top people, including senior management. They are calling these milestone and retention bonuses, which basically means to keep them around and to reward them if they hit certain goals. Let's talk numbers because that is where it gets interesting. For most key employees, these bonuses are a total of $225,000. That's a significant chunk of change. But hold on to your hats because the chief executive officer gets a whopping $650,000. This bonus is split into two parts. A big chunk up front called the initial bonus payment and then a final payment later on. The initial payment for most is $150,000 and for the CEO it is $325,000. This money is paid out as soon as they sign the agreement. The rest of the bonus, the final payment, is $75,000 for most and another $325,000 for the CEO. This final payment is scheduled for the 15th of April 2026, but there are strings attached. The employee has to still be working at the company and in good standing. And crucially, the company needs to be in good standing with its lenders. They mention a credit agreement with Oaktree Fund Administration LLC. If the company defaults on this loan or has other problems with it, the final bonus payment could be in jeopardy. However, if a default happens but is later fixed, the employee might still get their bonus. Now here is a potential fast track. The final bonus payment can be paid out earlier than the 15th of April 2026. This happens if the company manages to raise at least $25 million in new funding, or if there is a change of control which means the company is bought or merges with another company. Basically, if the company gets sold or has a huge financial event before that April date, the employees can get their remaining bonus money sooner. Provided, of course, they are still employed when this big event happens. But it is not all sunshine and rainbows for these bonus recipients. If an employee is fired for cause, meaning they did something wrong, or if they quit without a really good reason, they might have to pay all that bonus money back. This repayment rule applies until the end of 2026. So if they leave on bad terms before, then they likely have to return the cash. This is a pretty standard way to make sure top people stay committed, especially after receiving such large sums. This section is where they list all the extra documents attached to this report. Think of it as the appendix. The most important exhibit here is Exhibit 10.1. This is the actual template for the bonus agreements we just talked about. It contains all the fine print and details that they summarized in the main report. And then there is Exhibit 104, which is basically a digital file for easier computer processing of the report's cover page. It's all about making the data machine readable. This is the part where the company officially signs off on the report. The report is signed on the 6th of February 2026, and here we see the signature of Richard Steinhardt, the Chief Financial Officer, confirming the accuracy of this filing. So let's break down what this all really means. BioXcel Therapeutics Incorporated is in a critical stage with their new drug application for agitation. The timing of these large bonus payments to key employees right after this submission is a clear sign of the company's desire to retain its top talent during this crucial period. They are betting big on this drug and they need their best people to stick around to see it through regulatory approval and commercial launch. The substantial bonus for the CEO specifically signals the immense importance the board places on his leadership during this time. The clawback provisions, meaning employees have to pay back bonuses if they leave under certain conditions, are a smart move to ensure commitment. It is a way to align employee interests with the company's long-term success. From a Warren Buffett perspective, this looks like a company trying to lock in its key players before a potentially massive payoff. He'd probably say you have to spend money to make money, and in this case they are spending to maximize their chances of a huge return on this new drug. The risks are clear though. If the drug does not get approved, or if the company faces financial trouble, especially with its lenders like Oaktree, the whole strategy could unravel. These bonuses are contingent on the company's stability and success, so the ultimate fate of these payments is tied to the success of their drug pipeline. A major concern always with companies like this is their reliance on a single product or a very limited pipeline. If this drug fails to get approved, it could have severe consequences for the company and its employees. However, if it succeeds, the bonuses will have been well worth it. The company direction seems to be focused on this one specific drug and its potential. The opportunity is huge if it gets approved and treats a significant unmet medical need. The weakness is that single point of failure risk. For now, BioXcel is making a significant investment in its human capital to capitalize on a major strategic step. Alright, that is our breakdown of BioXcel Therapeutics' latest filing. What is your take on these bonus payments and what they signal for the company's future? Are they a sign of confidence or desperation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.